the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, give on the inside. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. All things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little time. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Handoff from the gun. At the 40, there he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for the offense. The corners are walked up tight. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. The snap sets up to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Breaks strike through the air for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This time they'll go to the running game. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Landry. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that can play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the inside. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Power football with the run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's going to take off. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he made the extra point without problem. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls and fires complete. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the catch. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets into the 40, and it's a first down. And the Longhorns are in the hurry up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. That's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wide receiver going in motion. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They're working that left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get to the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Offense changing the play. Second down, he'll throw it. Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. To the ground with the back. Jukes his way for more. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Makes the grab. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference. And now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout. And these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Lost to fire on 2nd down. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Kitchings.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He fires one deep over the middle. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Split backs here. To the air on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Looking downfield. He's open on the right. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team does. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Sooners!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Hines is tight end. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to sling it on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
This one's complete. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter. Breaks into the open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. The give from the gun.
Man, that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Longhorns have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Extending the play. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Rushes on him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Jonesboro for some time. They're up 14 over Marshall. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Got his man on the right. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Great place to start for this offense. gun to give to the back. Got the first down. He's still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
To the air on first down. Back open in the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to...
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside and turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quarterback moving. Look out, he's got room. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. On the move, he fires. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They go right back to it. Got enough for the first down. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The pull and throw off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Fighting off the defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that front. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Hines is back in the middle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Sooners want to move quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again. Going
for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he was off to the races, all the way tripped up at the 36. And the Sooners are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unleashes one. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Gets it out fast. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides to the back. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy